This is chapter 1 of the 12 Universal Laws of Success by Dr. Herbert Harris. Chapter 1 is entitled The Law of Thought. Chapter 1, The Law of Thought. The first universal law of success is the universal law of thought and manifestation. Thoughts become things in accordance with the nature and feeling of the thought. More personally, your thoughts manifest in your life experience and accord with the emotions and feelings you associate with your thoughts. One of the simplest statements of the universal law of thought is, "For as they think of in their heart, so are they." Proverbs 23:7. To think in their heart means how they really feel inside about those particular thoughts, which emotions and feelings are associated with them. A further illumination of in their heart is given in Matthew 6:21. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Your heart is the center of your true feelings and emotions. It is always focused on the things that are important to you, your value system, and how you feel about yourself. For example, if you have the thought that financial independence is one of your primary objectives in life, then financial independence should begin to manifest in your life over a reasonable period of time. If it does not, then look into your inner feelings. Inside, you may feel, for whatever reasons, that you are not worthy of financial independence. If you do not feel in your heart and your basic feeling nature about yourself that you deserve the things, conditions, and circumstances that you described in your thoughts, then they will not happen for you. They will not manifest in your life experience. The essence of the universal law of thought and manifestation is that a thought has two basic aspects. Number one, a rational aspect, the statement of the thought itself, the idea, the words. And two, an emotional aspect, the personal feelings and emotions associated with the thought. What you recognize in your thinking, you energize in your feelings and emotions. What you energize in your feelings and emotions, you realize in your life experience. Reverend Ike. Three primary areas are covered by the universal law of thought and manifestation. Number one, thoughts you have about yourself, your self-image. Number two, thoughts you have about others, your attitude. And number three, thoughts you have about the world in general, your world perspective, your outlook on life, your frame of reference. In this section, we will deal with the self-image only. The other areas, attitude and outlook, will be dealt with under the chapter of the universal law of human magnetism. Self-image. How you see yourself in your own eyes determines what you get out of life. Self-image is your own conception of yourself. It is the mental and emotional picture you hold in your own consciousness of who you are, what you are about, and what you represent. Your self-image is important because it is the starting point of your life experiences. The image you hold of yourself is like a great base into which all your life experiences are poured and blended. If your self-image is small, limited conception of yourself based on ignorance, fear, doubt, and insecurity, then all of your experiences will be filtered through these same negative emotions. On the other hand, if your self-image is based on knowledge, love, courage, respect, faith, and confidence, your life experiences will be filtered through these same positive emotions. Self-image determines your capacity to give, receive, and interact with the life experiences and possibilities that confront you. Your self-image is like a magnet, attracting or repelling like or unlike qualities into your life experience. You attract thoughts, people, and experiences which are congruent with how you think and feel about yourself. If you want to attract the good health, wealth, and happiness that you desire and dream about, then you must develop a self-image that is compatible with and supports these very thoughts, namely good health, wealth, and happiness. A nice example of how the self-image works is this. One question that appears on just about every job application is, what salary and benefits are you expecting to receive? Most prospective employers give a lot of weight to how this question is answered. Subconsciously, most people will answer with a figure that indicates their own assessment of what they bring to the position. A figure below what the position is worth is often a tip-off that the applicant has a low assessment of their own skills and would probably not be a good employee. A figure too high above what the position is worth might indicate a lack of knowledge about the position itself. If you've done your homework and you know the deal, you should be able to set a figure at the high end of what the position is worth, plus just enough fluff to get some attention. However, let me warn you, be prepared to answer the question that will surely come. Why do you feel that you would be worth $2 zillion at this company? Have a well-researched, well-thought-out, well-presented, logical, and intelligent reply. You will probably get the position on your terms consistent with your self-image. Things which affect your self-image. The most important aspects of the self-image are generally developed in the first stages of life. Once this self-image is fully established, all subsequent stages are built on and filtered through it. In fact, all changes in life begin with your self-image and take place through the changes in the feelings, emotions, and attitudes that it represents. The three main things that affect your self-image are, number one, thoughts, emotions, and feelings developed in the education stage of your life, particularly your early childhood, conception through age 7. Number two, environment. And number three, associations. Thoughts, emotions, and feelings. In the first 7 years of life, children develop the basic system of values that will take them through life. It is during this period that the child learns and develops emotions and feelings of fear and reward, pain and pleasure, love and lack of love, guilt, blame and shame, praise and discouragement, curiosity or lack of interest, persistence or discouragement, respect or disdain, manners or crudeness, courtesy or callousness, and other positive or negative emotions and feelings. Young children are sponges for thoughts, emotions, and feelings. They thrive and blossom on good teaching, good thoughts, good feelings, and positive emotions. Yet they have no defense against bad teaching, bad thoughts, negative feelings, and negative emotions. At this young age, a child's ability to discern and discriminate the good from the negative is not yet fully developed. Whatever thoughts, teachings, or experiences that young children are exposed to go straight into their subconscious and conscious minds. They make a permanent impact upon a child's emotional and feeling nature. This is the crucible in which a child's personal value system is molded. Unfortunately, a young child has virtually no defense or options in this education experience, but it is on the emotional and feeling foundation that the rest of your life is built. Give thanks if it was a good and positive foundation. Get busy if it wasn't. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Proverbs 22:6. It is these feelings and emotions that become associated with your thoughts as your self-image develops. Unless they are changed in later years, these feelings and emotions developed as a child guide and to a large extent determine your life experiences. Environment. Your environment is a strong influence upon your self image because it is a source of validation and confirmation. Suppose you have a poor self image and you live and work in a rundown area, in a poorly maintained home, in an otherwise negative environment. What does that negative environment do other than confirm your negative self image? When you are exposed to a particular environment, if you remain in it for a period of time, you take on some of the characteristics and properties of that environment. If your self image contradicts and conflicts with the characteristics and properties of your environment, you are confronted with three choices. Number one, change the environment. Number two, change your self image. Number three, leave the environment. Associations. Association brings about assimilation. John Lavater, a noted Swiss theologian, beautifully captured this thought, saying, frequent intercourse and intimate connection between two persons make them so alike that not only their dispositions are molded like each other, but their faces and tones of voice contract a similarity. You should primarily associate only with those persons who possess the traits and characteristics that complement the positive aspects of your self-image. Such positive associations will greatly enhance your own development and help confirm and establish the vision, emotions, and feelings you have about yourself. 5 signals of a poor self-image. In doing your own personal analysis of your self-image, there are certain keys or signals to look for. Number 1, putting the blame on someone else. By putting the blame on your own circumstances and situation on someone else, you avoid taking responsibility for what you have really done to yourself. If you do not take responsibility for your condition, you cannot change it, nor can you grow through it. That which you cannot grow through, you will go through again and again. Number 2, running away from your problems. When you are confronted with a problem or challenge, how do you respond? Generally, you can do one of 4 things: flee it, fight it, forget it, or face it. It is only when you face your problems and challenges and consider them projects to be completed that you grow stronger in faith and self-confidence. As your faith and confidence grows, your ability to handle greater problems and challenges improves. Number 3, criticizing other people constantly. Why do you criticize other people constantly? Is your criticism constructive and motivated by true care, concern, and desire to help? Or is it based on envy, jealousy, and thoughts of inferiority? If your criticism is not positive, based on love, respect, and a sincere desire to help and improve another person, then it is not constructive criticism and it does harm not only to the other person, but also to your own self image. Number 4, waiting for someone else to solve your problems, challenges. When you wait for someone else to solve your problems and challenges, you neutralize your own possibilities for learning and growing through experience. What keeps you from taking action when a problem or challenge presents itself? Is it fear of failure that you won't do the right things? Or is it fear of success that contradicts how you really feel about yourself? Whether it is the fear of failure or fear of success, it doesn't matter since the result is the same: procrastination, inaction, and ultimately failure. Number 5, pretending that everything is okay. When you pretend that everything is all right, actively ignoring your problems and challenges, you subconsciously accept the consequences that will surely result from your inaction. You deceive yourself into thinking that there is no need for change or improvement and develop a false sense of complacency. You eliminate virtually all possibility for personal growth and development. The nature of problems and challenges is that if they continue unresolved, they only get worse. Problems versus projects. The first step in developing a self-image that works effectively in attaining your goals is to analyze your present and past experiences. Were you generally successful, or did you give up and fail? How did you handle your successes and your failures? What did you do when confronted with serious problems? Do you continue going through the same problems again and again? Did you learn the lesson and move on? Let's look at our terminology. The word problem, as generally understood, has a very negative connotation, implying impassable objects, impossible people, adversity, and hardship. Calling something a problem creates tension, strain, and the fear that there may be no solution. Using the term project to describe anything that you would normally call a problem suggests a positive endeavor of thoughts, feelings, and actions resulting in a particular desired outcome. In short, problems may or may not be solved, while projects are generally completed. One has a far better attitude and frame of mind undertaking a project rather than solving a problem. Using the word challenge instead of problem also gives a more positive spin to an impending confrontation. When you face a challenge, it creates a positive aura of calling together your troops and powers to meet a worthy opponent. Can you improve your self-image? Since so much of the self-image is developed during the first stage of life, particularly during those first 7 years, is it possible during the second or even third stages to change the self-image to any significant degree? In fact, can you improve your self-image at all? The answer lies in the second universal law of success. If you can change your thinking on both the rational and emotional levels, then you can change the outcomes you experience in life. We will address this more fully in the next chapter. If you have a sincere desire and need to change your self-image, you can do it through deliberate, consistent, and effective practice of the 12 ways to improve your self-image. How to improve your self-image. Imagine yourself to be a great artist, capable of creating a magnificent masterpiece. In addition to being the creator, the artist, you are also the work of art created, the masterpiece. You can recreate yourself through changing your self-image to that of the person you really want to be, having the things you want to have, and doing the things you want to do. However, I must warn you, it is not easy and it may not be pretty, but neither is being a caterpillar, ugly, bound to the earth, and driven by hunger. Yet, if that caterpillar can survive a profound metamorphosis, it becomes a most beautiful butterfly, free to follow the wind and fly toward the sun. You have the unique ability to create a new experience of life by changing your thinking about yourself. By constantly filling your mind with thoughts and feelings of the self-image you desire, you can, through persistent application, create that very self-image in your own life experience. There are many ways to improve and develop your self-image. It can be developed into a powerful magnet capable of attracting the right people, the right circumstances, good health, wealth, happiness, and anything else that you can see in your mind's eye and feel in your heart. This process of growth from whom and what you are to whom and what you want to become is called the work. 12 ways to improve your self-image. Number 1, be honest with yourself. Do not deceive yourself. Deceiving yourself is another way of pretending that everything is all right. When you are not honest with yourself, you totally defeat your quest for improvement and bury your potential self-image under layers of illusion and deception. You are like the gardener who pretends that there are no weeds in the garden as he busies himself planting new flowers. One day he looks up from his planting and realizes that in spite of all his efforts, the weeds have consumed his garden. When you are not honest with yourself, you destroy your possibilities for growth and improvement, and the weeds will consume your garden. Number 2, develop your imagination. Your imagination is the blueprint for your future reality. It is the first step in the creative process. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but they that keep it the law, happy are they. Proverbs 29:18. What is the law referred to in this scripture? It is the universal law of thought and manifestation. If you can think it, you can do it. If you can visualize it, you can become it. Through your imagination, nothing is impossible. Develop your imagination by reading stimulating material. Get involved with exciting, successful people who can expand your realm of experience. Meditate daily and engage in artistic endeavors. See more possibilities in every experience and every relationship. Once your vision, your thoughts about yourself and the world, is firmly grounded in your imagination, it cannot fail to be realized. Where your imagination leads, your reality will follow. Number 3, be able to relax. Relaxation is the key to stress reduction and to mental and physical regeneration. Through relaxation, you can communicate with your subconscious mind and tap into their well of universal knowledge, wisdom, energy, and understanding. Without the ability to regularly relax, you can, over time, become victim to accumulated stress. This accumulated stress can lower your energy level, impede your judgment, and actually cause you physical illness. Simple tiredness can distract your efforts and change the outcomes you experience in your endeavors. Number 4, have that winning feeling. The winning feeling is a strong, positive attitude of accomplishment. It is reflected in the way you walk, talk, and act. When you have that winning feeling, people notice it and are attracted to you. They become quite willing to aid and assist you in your path to accomplishment. Everyone loves a winner. Number 5, cultivate good habits. Habits are actions or behavior patterns that become automatic over time through frequent repetition and consistency. Good habits are those which induce positive cycles of good health, proper rest, a balanced diet, regular exercise, and right thinking. By developing good habits, you establish a harmonic relationship with all that's good for you. Sow an act and you will reap a habit. Sow a habit and you reap a character. Sow a character and you will reap a destiny. G.D. Boardman. The chains of habit are generally too small to be felt until they are too strong to be broken. Samuel Johnson. When you strip away all other excuses and explanations, where you are right now, whatever is going on in your life, positive or negative, is a direct result of your habits. We make our habits, then our habits make us. Number 6, aim to be happy. Have a great sense of expectancy each day. Expect each day to be full of happiness. Experience each day from a perspective of happiness. Focus on the good and positive aspects of every moment. What you focus on through faith will happen. When you face each day with a great sense of anticipation and expectancy, you become magnetized for the object of your expectations. Expect happiness and be happy. Number 7, unmask. A mask is a personality trait that you create and project to the world. Its purpose is to hide the real you. Masks are symbols of insecurity and self-doubt. They are often the result of someone else's expectations for you. When you wear a mask to create a facade to please someone else, it is generally at the expense of suppressing the real you. Remove the mask of someone else's expectations and stop deceiving yourself. As long as the mask remains, you cannot get to the underlying circumstances that caused you to create it. Neither can you get to that part of yourself that you need to change to improve your self-image. The moment you remove the mask, you feel as though a great weight has been lifted. For the first time in a long time, you can see the person behind the mask and begin the work. Number 8, have compassion. You must be sensitive to the needs of others and be willing to give assistance. As you progress along your success journey, you can acquire a greater sensitivity and a greater responsibility to the plight and condition of others. This human sensitivity puts you in a harmony with your Creator and elevates the quality of your own being. According to Genesis 1:28, we have dominion over every living thing on the earth. This godlike dominion implies that it is our duty to be sensitive to and respond to the needs of others. This does not just apply to human beings, but to all things which live upon the earth. So, you must have compassion for and be sensitive to the plight and needs of all living things, people, animals, plants, and the environment. Number 9, grow from your mistakes. No one has ever succeeded without making mistakes. If you are making mistakes, at least you know that you are trying. Mistakes are life lessons and wisdom. Often, you learn more from your mistakes and failures than your successes. You determine what works in a particular situation by learning what does not work and then try again. One who has never made a mistake has probably never made a discovery. Let your mistakes, through intelligent analysis and corrective actions, become markers showing the way on in your journey to improving your life. Nothing beats failure like success. Number 10, acknowledge your weaknesses. Any weakness or personal shortcoming that is not acknowledged cannot be overcome. Refusing to acknowledge your weaknesses causes rationalization and deception, and therefore perpetuates that very condition. Number 11, be yourself. People who pretend to be someone or something other than themselves never discover who they really are. When you try to be someone else, you become separated from your true self. As long as you are separated from your true self, your energies are diluted and your personal magnetism is greatly diminished. When you are true to yourself, you are in harmony with yourself, with other people, and with the world around you. Number 12, never stop growing. Life is a constant orchestration of growth through adversity and challenge. The moment you reject the growth principle of life, you accept the static principle of death. The only way to attain the good health, wealth, happiness, and prosperity you seek and deserve is to grow into these qualities and attributes. To maintain them, you must continue to grow in knowledge, understanding, and consciousness. Improving and developing your self-image into a positive, most effective tool is the best first step you can take on building the new you. It is upon your newly developed self-image that the foundation for the mansion of your dreams is built. If this foundation is based on doubt, fear, and negativity, your mansion cannot stand. But if it is built on truth, courage, compassion, self-confidence, and faith, your mansion stands on solid ground and will stand forever. Chapter summary. The universal law of thought is the foundation of your life experiences. These experiences begin with your self-image, the thoughts you have about yourself. Your self-image is primarily influenced by your thoughts, emotions, and feelings, your environment, and your associations. It may either be positive or negative. A positive self-image is based on knowledge, love, courage, respect, faith, and confidence. A negative or poor self-image is based on ignorance, fear, doubt, and insecurity. The 5 signals of a poor self-image give specific character traits found in those with a poor self-image. The 12 ways to improve your self-image provide simple, easy-to-follow instructions for change and personal growth.